Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's yoga practice. So today's session is going to be rather strong. We're going to be doing some thigh workouts, some abdominal workouts, and a lot of arm workouts. So when you're ready, come to roll out your yoga mat and we will begin on the floor. And take a downward facing dog. So once you've come to find your downward facing dog, come to take some deep breaths in here. We're going to be here for 3 to 5 breaths. Coming to stretch your back, your arms, feeling the stretch at the back of your thighs as you breathe in and breathe out. And maybe, depending on how you feel right now, come to straighten one leg and bend the other, or come to lift your ankles off of the floor and then place them gently back down again as you breathe in and out. Just finding what feels good. And then on your next exhale, come to find an upward facing dog, knees hovering above your yoga mat. And as you exhale, come to take your downward facing dog. And we'll do this again. Come to wave your spine into an upward facing dog and breathe out, downward facing dog. And we'll do this one more time. Waving your spine into an upward facing dog, knees hovering, and then breathe out, downward facing dog. And then on your next exhale, come to a side plank, balancing on your left arm and on your left leg. Right leg comes also to meet your left leg. And if you're up for the challenge, come to lift your right leg off of the mat. So both your right arm and your right leg are hovering above your mat, coming into a starfish. Otherwise, come to take a normal side plank, and on your next exhale, come to place both your hands on your yoga mat, and I will meet you in a downward facing dog. And then again, we'll come to wave our spine into an upward facing dog. Breathing out, arm comes all the way up to the sky, downward facing dog, and breathe in, upward facing dog. And then on your next exhale, come to your side plank, this time balancing on your right arm and your right leg. Left hand comes all the way up, and if you challenge yourself in the last position, come to lift your left leg all the way up, coming into a starfish pose. And then on your next exhale, come to place both your hands on a yoga mat, coming into a downward facing dog. Once again, breathing in here and breathing out. And then come to wave your spine into a plank. Take your chaturanga, lower all the way down, upward facing dog. And then as you breathe out, come to find a praying child pose. So arms extend all the way to the front of your mat and take a deep breath here as we rest. Option to lift your palms off of your yoga mat, balancing on your fingertips for a deeper stretch. And then come to walk your hands to the right side of your yoga mat, off of your mat, and we'll take a yummy side body stretch, taking in some deep breaths, breathing into the left side of your body. And then come to walk your hands to the other side of your mat on the left side. Breathing into the right side of your body this time. And then come to walk your hands to the center on your yoga mat, taking your last praying child pose here. And then as you breathe out, come to lift your chest all the way up, coming to round your spine. And we will begin with our cat and cow poses, breathing in as you arch your back and breathing out as you round your back. And then option to come to take some spinal circles. I like doing these, as you all know. Otherwise, if you are feeling better about doing our normal cat and cow poses, feel free to stick with that. Otherwise, come to take some spinal circles. And then as you exhale, come to find a downward facing dog. Come to breathe in to lift your right leg off of the yoga mat. Bend your right leg. Come all the way down into a three-legged upward facing dog. And as you breathe out, come to round your spine. Knee comes to your nose. And then as you breathe out again, right leg comes all the way up, and we'll do this 2 more times. Bending that right leg, coming all the way down into an upward facing dog, rounding your spine, knee to nose, and then lift that right leg all the way up once again. We'll do it 1 more time. Come to bend that right leg, come all the way down, knee to nose, and this time come to bring your right leg all the way to the front of your mat, coming to take your high lunge, hands coming up, feeling the burn in your right thigh. And then come to take your reversed warrior. So right leg comes to meet your left leg, your left knee. Left hand reaches all the way up, breathing into the left side of your body, finding your balance, staying in the moment. And then as you breathe out, come to find your warrior 2. If you need a break to maybe stretch your right leg, feel free to straighten your right leg and then come to your warrior 2 once again. And then come to straighten your right leg. We'll come to take our fallen triangle. Right hand reaches for your right calf. Left hand reaches all the way up. And as you breathe out, come to place both your hands beside your right foot, coming into a pyramid pose. And as you breathe out, come to round your spine here. And as you breathe in, come to lift your head, your neck, your back. And once again, breathing out, come to rest your head, your back. And as you breathe in, we'll do this 1 more time. Breathing in, lifting. And this time as you breathe out, come to lift your right arm off of your mat, coming into this twist. Balancing on your left arm, your left hand. And as you breathe out, right arm swings all the way down to your yoga mat. Right leg comes to meet your left into a downward dog. And we'll breathe in here, preparing to do what we just did on the other side. And this time, lifting your left leg all the way up into the sky, breathing in, And as you breathe out, come to bend that left knee. Come all the way down into your three-legged upward facing dog. Round your spine, knee to nose. Breathing out. And as you breathe in, left leg comes all the way up, and we'll do this 2 more times. Breathing in. Breathing out. Knee bends. Coming all the way down. Rounding your spine. Knee to nose. And once again, left leg reaches all the way up. 1 more time. You got this. I know it burns. Coming all the way down, rounding your spine, knee to nose. And as you breathe out, your left knee, left leg comes all the way to the front of your mat, coming into a high lunge. Hands coming up. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, come into your reversed warrior. Balancing on your left knee. Left hand comes to your right leg this time. Breathing into the right side of your body. Right arm reaches up. Balancing on your left knee. Taking some deep breaths in as you find your balance. And on your next breath out, come to find your warrior 2. Still balancing and shifting your weight onto that left thigh, that left knee. And then come to straighten that left knee. We'll once again come to reach your left arm all the way forward. Dropping that left hand to meet your shin, your left shin. Right arm reaches all the way up, coming into your fallen triangle. And as you breathe out, come to place both your hands beside your left foot this time, coming into a pyramid pose. And we'll do the same thing. Breathing in. As you lift your spine, lift your head, your neck, and as you breathe out, come to rest them on your left leg. Breathing in, lifting, and as you breathe out, come to rest. 1 more time, breathing in, lifting, breathing out, come to rest. And then breathing in, lifting. Lift your head, breathe out, come to rest, and then come to lift your left arm all the way up, balancing on your right arm, coming to a spinal twist. Once again, breathing in. And as you breathe out, once again, coming to place your hands on your yoga mat, come to find your downward facing dog. And then as you breathe out, come to walk your feet to the front of your mat. And we'll take a ragdoll. So placing both your arms on either side of your elbows. Coming to rock side to side, slightly bending your knees here. And then very slowly coming to breathe all the way up into mountain, breathing your hands all the way up once again. And as you breathe out, hands come to your chest, just for a few breaths here. And then come to breathe in, hands come all the way up. And as you breathe out, come to bend your knees all the way down, finding a chair pose. And then come to place your left elbow on your right knee, coming into a twisted chair pose. breathe in, reaching your hands all the way up, taking a breath in, taking a breath out. One more time, a breath in, and on your next exhale, come to find your chair pose. This time, placing your right elbow on your left knee, coming into a twisted chair pose. And then on your breath in, come to reach your hands all the way up into the sky. Breathing out, coming to find a flat back. And then come to reach your arms to the front of your mat, and then to the sides, again to the front of your mat. And come to straighten one leg and bend the other, coming to stretch the back of your thighs. Okay, now come to bring your hands down on your yoga mat, coming into a forward fold. And then as you breathe in, come to lift your right leg off of your yoga mat, balancing on your left leg as well as your left arm. And then come to bend your right leg. Come to reach your right arm to meet your left foot, and come to lift your right foot, balancing on your left leg and your left arm. So right now you're only balancing on your left foot and your left arm, and your right leg and your right arm are all the way up into the sky. And then as you breathe out, come to place your right foot just outside of the left side of your yoga mat. Come to lift your chest to hover just above your left knee and your left thigh. Hands come to reach all the way up as they interlace, and we'll come to take some spinal circles here. So drawing circles with your spine, directing these circles with your hands. You should be feeling some clicks and ticks in your upper back, your lower back here. And then as you breathe out, come to place your hands on your mat. Come to gently bring your right foot, the front of your mat, to meet your left foot. Come to fold forward, and then breathe in, come to a flat back, and breathe out, forward fold. We'll breathe in, and as you breathe out, come to lift your left leg this time. And then once again, coming to bend that left knee, reaching your left arm to come to lift that left leg all the way up, balancing only on your right leg and your right hand. And as you breathe out, left arm comes to the floor, left leg reaches just outside of the right side of your yoga mat. Hands come to the back of your mat as well. Breathing in, they come all the way up, interlacing them, taking your spinal circles. And as you breathe out, hands come to your yoga mat, bringing your left leg to meet your right leg at the front of your yoga mat. Breathing into a flat back, hands come to your knees or your shins or your thighs. And as you breathe out, come to fold forward. And as you breathe out, come to lower all the way down to your yoga mat into a little bow. Chest meets your thighs. Breathing in here as you round your spine. And as you breathe out, come to find a seat, a cross-legged lotus seat. And then come to breathe your hands all the way up into the sky. And as you breathe out, left hand comes to your right knee, coming into a seated twist. And as you breathe out, right arm reaches all the way down to your left knee, coming into this crisscross twisted shape, rounding your spine here. And as you breathe in again, arms reach all the way up, and we'll take this to the other side. Right arm reaches for your left knee comes all the way to the back of your mat. And then come to lift that left hand, place it on your right knee, coming into a crisscross pose, rounding your spine, breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe in, come to reach your arms and your hands all the way up. Hands come to your heart. And as we close this practice, we'll take some deep breaths in and out. Thank you guys for joining me in today's yoga practice. I hope you have an enjoyable day or evening, and I will see you in our next yoga practice. Namaste.